The story continued, a new chapter, and I'm moving away from the sad experience as far away as I can. Well, I am far now in both time and I was going to say distance. Distance, I don't know where the heroine of the previous chapters is now. She might be a mile away. I'm still in Bucharest, the place, the setting of most of the drama of the last 25 chapters or so. And come to think of it, it wasn't easy. I went on with work, that was an escape, and positive psychology teaches us about the need to have a, in order to be happy, you need to have a strategy for coping with adversity and trauma. And that was a trauma. And one way to deal with trauma is, of course, to just lose it and experience post traumatic stress disorder, or to have PTG, post traumatic growth, which wasn't really my case. It took a long time to get over it, if I ever did, and then to experience closure, which again might be part of the point of this exercise. Um, and I went to see a shrink, really, because I was so depressed. It looked like nothing matters anymore. You know, without this love, everything's gone, and what's the point? Which, in retrospect, does sound uh, really silly and stupid nonsense, because I went on from that point not to become an eunuch, a monk, or a guy dedicated to this everlasting love. Sandra, don't you realize everlasting love? Anyway, no, well, that's another way indeed to atone, not to atone, to ease the pain, or to find um, a need for affection, to find what's it called, recognition, to find acceptance, all those needs in the arms of so many women, because that's what happened. I went from one adventure to the next. After that, I experienced so much. I was going to say brutal sex, not brutal sex, but uh, one night stands, and over and over and over again, trying with unknown, with complete strangers. Can we talk? And then there were a few lines I had, and that sort of a test. And if you're keen on this, we can go ahead. And I remember, I'm giving one example. For instance, I was working with Mihai, let's have him Michael. Even as another Michael after that, this one a real Michael, not the adaptation of Mihai. Michael W, let's have him that way. A relative of the man who was the producer of the film on Picasso with Anthony Hopkins and Natasha Richardson, if I have it correctly. And so I was working at this office, which is within the premises of a big cinema downtown. Again, let's keep it under wraps. For what reason, I don't know. And we had Americans. We had the Peace Corps, we had USAID, some businesses, and then the UK embassy. It was it was going well, but then between breaks, I was maybe smoking at that time. I hope I don't. I think not. And can we talk? Well, on those supposedly short breaks, can we talk? Yes. Uh, you look nice, and on and on and on, and then a few more lines, and shall we get intimate? I don't know. Not in those words, but that was the idea. And she says yes, and we go ahead with it. Within the cinema, that is like this. So they had the office here at the ground floor, and they had another room, one room office at the first floor or something. And people were there in the film. It wasn't. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that, and it wasn't really busy. Late afternoon at 5, 8 in the evening, people start coming. If it's a good film, and I don't know what film that was, but it was close. In a way, like in some of those films where things are going on in a cinema, in the projection room, or I'm thinking Cinema Paradiso and the others. We were just in this room, not really in the with the people in the audience, but doing it right there, and that was interesting. And we went on to see each other another 3, 4 times, and that was it. For some reason or another, it's not to say that I was the big Don Giovanni and I kept changing. And abandoning partners. No, very often I was the one abandoned. So that, in a way, atones. I don't know. I wasn't the guilty party all the time. Maybe it was even half half. I don't know.